So, how did your homework go? Sam, how was your homework?
The small wing one go the fastest. I think because it's heaviest, because we need to make the wing smaller.
And which one stayed in the air the longest? Which one stayed in the
Big
air?
one.
The big one. The biggest one. Okay. So the bigger the wings, the longer it stayed in the air, is what you're saying? Okay. Very cool. I'm gonna who else wants to share what they did for homework? Who else? Moon. Can you tell me what you did? And what did you how long did your plane stay in the air for?
First one, it is 2 seconds, 66.
66.
Yeah, 2 seconds, 66.
Oh, 2 seconds and 66. Okay. And how about your last one? How about your best one?
Now the best one is the first one.
What was the first one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. What did your plane look like? Were the wings big? Were they small?
Here it is.
Well, it's a nice drawing too. Oh, I like your plane. It looks nice. That looks much. Oh, that's cool. It has like a ring. Okay, cool. Sam has his plane. Does anyone else have their plane? Would they like to share their plane that they made? Jackie has his. Here you go. I'll spotlight the video for everyone. I spotlighted your video.
Okay.
Let's see your plane.
Here.
How did it fly? How long did it stay? Oh my. That's a cool looking plane.
I did it 3 times. The first, that airplane's fly in 1 second 16. The second flies in 1 second 37, and the last time that airplane flies in 1 second 54.
Oh, that's really cool. So what did you change? How did you make your plane stay up in the air longer? What did you change about your plane?
But that is my like the slowest plane.
Okay, so you had to make the plane really slow so it stays in the air longer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyone else want to share their plane? Raise your hand. Sino, what did you do?
I do the first plane and it only rides for 5 seconds.
Okay. How about your final plane, your final design?
It's 7 seconds.
7 seconds. 7 seconds is a very long time for being to stay in the air. That's really cool. Well, can you describe your plane to us?
My plane is like a pin size.
Oh, okay. That's a nice looking plane. Very cool. Thank you, Sino. If we have time at the end of class, we can look at some more of your planes. Okay, I can pull up your homework and look at a few of your planes. Okay. But we're gonna play a little game. I want you guys to guess that force. Guess that force. So I'm gonna show you guys pictures, and I want you guys to guess the force. Don't unmute. There's gonna be 3 pictures, and then we are going to guess. There's gonna be 3 pictures, and then we're gonna guess. Okay. So make sure not to unmute. So here's our first picture, our second picture, and our third picture. Type in the chat what force you think it is. Text me in the chat to tell me what force it is. Bunny has it. Lucky Funny has it. Emma got it. Alex has it. Pasta has it. Banana has it. Lisa, good job. Sino, Jack, good job. Pasta. Kim, I think I tried to do another guess. Okay, let's see what you guys said. Everyone, I'm gonna unmute everyone. What force is this in 3, 2, 1?
Gravity.
Can someone tell me the definition to gravity? What is gravity? Who can tell me what the definition of gravity is? The definition. Emma rose her hand pretty quick. Emma, what's the definition of gravity?
The definition of gravity is something the Newton is pulling the thing to Earth.
Yeah. So is gravity a force?
Mr. Connor,
Yes.
is rain gravity?
Is what gravity?
Rain.
Oh, rain. So rain, yeah, rain pulls gravity down to the ground. So gravity is a force. Gravity is a force. It doesn't have, you can't touch it. You can't touch it. It's not like the rain, you can't touch it, but it pulls the rain down to earth. It pulls the rain down to earth. It's almost like earth is a magnet. It's almost like earth is a magnet and it pulls everything towards it, including rain. It pulls the water down, yes. Okay, it's gravity. Good job, guys. You guys got it? And can I have one more person describe gravity to me? Describe gravity. Who else can describe gravity? Raise your hand if you can do it. Let's see. What is gravity? Can you describe it to me? Pasta, could you describe gravity?
Gravity is the force pulling us to the center of the
Thank you, Pasta. And could I have Daisy? Could you read the definition for me? The definition that's on the screen. Daisy, could you read the definition?
Yeah, gravity is the force that pulls things down toward and center of Earth.
Very good. Daisy, are you being pulled right now? Daisy, are you being pulled down right now to Earth? Okay, Daisy, what I want you to do is jump. I want you to jump up into the air and see what happens to yourself. What happens to yourself? Do you get pulled back down to Earth?
Yep.
Yeah, gravity is always pulling on you. If it wasn't, you would float away. You would float away like you're in space. Uh-oh. Hopefully there's gravity pulling on everyone. I don't want any of my students floating away. So guys, I want you guys to, everyone find a small object near you. Find a small object near you. A pencil, a piece of paper, your airplane, whatever you want. I want to see everyone's videos. I have a gallery view. Here we go. I can see everyone now. Everyone get an object. I would like everyone, we're going to drop our objects in 3, 2, 1, 0. Drop the object. All of our objects fell. Everyone has gravity. I'm glad. You can keep on dropping your object if you want. Okay, guys, good job. Yeah, so every object experiences gravity. It doesn't matter what you pick up. Mr. Connor's phone. Almost broke my phone. Pepper. A remote. Everything experiences gravity. Oh, hot peppers. Hot peppers. Oh, still experience gravity. How about a rubber band? Oh, still experiences gravity. Everything experiences gravity, even you. That's why you guys have muscles. It's to pick things up because of gravity. Okay, let's share my screen again. Guys, if there was no gravity, you would have no muscles. You'd be really small. Astronauts, when they come home, they can't walk. They can't walk anymore on Earth because the gravity is too strong. Let's guess the next force. Remember, don't tell me. If you know it, type it in the chat. If you know it, type it in the chat. Okay, I'll show all three again. I'll label where the force is happening. We're looking at the force right here. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna check my chat. Ray got it. Ray got it. Scart got it. Alex has it correct. Lucky has it right. Ray, Puppy, Sam, and Taylor all got it. Okay, let's have one of the people that typed me in chat tell me about it. Let's have, where are you? Taylor, what force are we looking at here? What force is this?
Friction.
It is friction. Good job, Taylor. It is friction. What is friction? Can someone tell me what friction is? What is friction? Who can describe it to me? Raise your hand. Kim, what's friction?
Friction is friction is a force that push me.
Okay. I don't know if it pushes you. I don't know if it pushes you, but it is a force. We have it correct. It is a force. Who thinks they can explain it? What is friction? Okay, let's look at the pictures one more time. Once again, friction occurs right here. Friction is a force between what? Milk. What do you think friction is? Friction.
Friction is
Force happen. Where does friction happen? Between what?
between a rough surface.
It could be between a rough surface. Milk, can you read the definition for me? Let me go back to this slide. Can you read the definition for me?
Friction is a force that opposes motion between objects that are touching.
Is friction a contact force? Is friction a contact force? Moon, does friction have to be between something that is touching? Is it a contact force?
Friction is a force that between objects. Friction between the object are touching.
They are touching. Exactly, guys. Look at this. They are touching, which means it is a contact force, which means it's a contact force. Because contact means touching. Contact means touching. These are the same. These are the same. Touching something and contact with something is the same. If I say I came in contact with an alien, it means Mr. Connor got to touch an alien. Okay, so it's between any objects that are touching. I want you guys to now find two objects. One of them can be your hand. It's okay. Let me stop the share. I'm going to look at everyone's screens. Find two objects and rub them together. This is friction. Two surfaces, two objects rubbing together. Everyone rub their two objects together. If they're smooth, if the objects are smooth, there's going to be less friction and you can go faster. But if my objects are rough, I'll show you guys some even more friction. So if you guys look at my screen, I have a pepper grinder. If I grind it, I'm grinding the pepper grinder. The grinder is using friction to grind the pepper. Look at the pepper I made on my cutting board. The grinder is using friction to grind the pepper apart. Okay, guys. Remember, if you're ever cold in the winter, you can rub your hands together to heat them up with friction. Okay, you can always rub your hands together for friction. Remember, your hands are touching. This is a contact force. Okay, look at all of the examples of gravity again. Do you think it is a contact force? Skart, is gravity a contact force? Look at the pictures. Do things need to be touching?
No.
No, exactly. It is not a contact force.
It's non-contact force.
Yep, it is a non-contact force. You guys can see, look, these two balls are touching nothing. But gravity is still pulling them down. The apple is not being touched, but it's still being pulled down. And we are not being touched, but gravity still pulls us down to the earth. Let's look at all the examples of friction again. We have the skis on the snow. We have a football touching the ground. We have two objects touching each other. Sophia, is friction a contact force? Are the objects touching?
Friction is not a contact.
Are they not touching?
Friction is.
It is because the
Contact.
objects are touching. They're touching. So yes, it is a contact force. Okay. Look at the examples, guys. Everything is touching. Everything is touching. In the other examples, nothing is touching. It is a non-contact force. Nothing is touching. This one, everything is touching. In friction, everything is touching. Okay, let's move on to our next example. We're gonna look at balanced or unbalanced. Okay, so this kid pushes his toy truck and it is moving to the right. Is this a balanced force or unbalanced force? Banana, is this balanced or unbalanced?
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced. Very good. How about Sam? Is this balanced or unbalanced?
Unbalanced.
Why is it unbalanced, Sam? Can you just tell me why?
Because it's moved to the right.
Sam got it 100% correct. The object is moving. The object is moving. Ray, if the objects are moving, if an object is moving, what type of force does it have? Balanced or unbalanced? Ray, if the object is moving.
If the object is moving, the forces are unbalanced.
Okay, and Zook, if you're inside of a rocket, would you want the forces to be balanced or unbalanced if you're trying to make it to space? Would you want the forces of the rocket to be unbalanced or balanced if you're trying to make it into space to go on a space mission? Zook, what do you think? Is the rocket unbalanced or balanced?
Unbalanced.
It's unbalanced. What on the rocket makes it unbalanced? What pushes it into space on a rocket? What's that called?
I don't remember that name.
Okay, what's inside of your car? What pushes your car? It's called a what? Do you know? Someone knows. What is inside of a car that pushes it? What causes my motorbike to go? What causes a car to go? It's called a engine. Have you ever heard of the word engine? You might not have heard of the word, guys. It's an engine. Engines cause unbalanced forces, and it's how motorbikes and cars move. Okay, is this balanced or unbalanced? Everyone, unmute. Balanced or unbalanced?
Balance.
It is balanced. This is balanced. Very good. This is balanced. The numbers are what? The numbers, Cherry, are what? You can say 4 is what to 4? They are, Sarah, the forces are what? When two things are the same, what's another word to say something is the same? They are balanced, okay? But we also use this in math. 2 plus 3 is blank to 5. What's that? 2 plus 3 and 5. 2 plus 3 is E. What is the math term? What type of sign do we put in math? Raise your hand if you know. You guys should know this. It's equals. It is an equal sign, guys. Do I have I'll show you guys an equal sign. You guys should remember this. And 4 is equal to 4, so it is balanced. Okay, let's look at our next example. Okay, is this balanced or unbalanced? Yell it as loud as you can in 3, 2, 1, go.
Unbalanced.
If it's unbalanced, Sino, will the object move if it's unbalanced?
Yes.
Yeah, and which direction is it going to move, Sino?
To the left.
To the left. Yes, it's going to move to the left. How much force is it going to move to the left? How much force is it going to move to the left? How many N? How many N? Pasta? How many N is our object going to move to the left?
4 and
4n. How'd you do that, Pasta? What math did you use? How'd you get 4n to the left? Pasta?
8 minus 4 equals 4.
It's 8 minus 4 equals 4. Of course, it's going to move 4n to the left because it's still being pulled 4n to the right. Okay, so 4 was your answer. So we're going 4n to the left. What do we call this? What type of force is our answer? What type of force is our answer? Okay, we're going to try it out. Alex, what force is this? To the left, but what type of force is this? When we subtract, what type of force are we calculating for? Sam, do you remember the name?
I think it is pull.
Okay, it is a pull. It's a pulling force. What other type of force is this? Ray. This is we added up all the forces. We added up all the forces doing 8 minus 4. And we got left over what was left over, which is 4. This is called a what? Okay, we're going to get to it later in class. It's okay. We'll keep on going. Is this balanced or unbalanced? Let's call on one person. Misha, is this balanced or unbalanced? Misha.
It is balanced.
It is balanced, exactly. It's being pulled 8n to the left and 8n to the right. Good job, Misha. It is balanced. Okay, who can read the definition of net force for Mr. Connor? Let's have Kim. Kim, can you read the definition of net force?
The definition of the net force, you can add all the force that push or pull an object. This called net force.
Yeah.
It's called net force. If the animal pull with equal force, the force of balance. This is the zero net force. The motion do not change.
Exactly, guys. So when you add up all of the forces, like this, if we add up all of the forces, it's being pulled 8 to the right and 8 to the left. So this is balanced. This is balanced, which means we have a net force of 0. A net force of 0. Okay, balanced forces have a net force of 0. And unbalanced forces have a net force going in a certain direction. So how much net force does our car have? How much net force does our car have? Rose, how much net force does our car have if we add up all of the forces on the car?
0.
It is 0. We have a 0 net force because it's what? Is it balanced or unbalanced?
Balance.
Balanced. Very good. So the net force is 0. Good job. That was great. Okay, we have our next car, 20N and 40N. Is this balanced or unbalanced? Ben 10, is this balanced or unbalanced?
I think it's unbalanced.
Very good. And do you know our net force? Our force, if we add up all of the forces together, Ben 10, we're being pulled 40N to the right and 20N to the left. So what is 40? We have to do 40 minus 20. What is 40 minus 20? It's 40 minus 20.
Equals to 20.
It's 20, exactly. Our net force is 20. Our net force, Blue Moon, which direction is our car moving, to the left or the right?
It's the right.
It is the right. Very good. Our car is moving to the right. What's the net force to the right? What is the net force to the right?
10 Newton.
Yeah, but we still we're being pulled backwards 8. So 10 minus what?
10 minus 8. 2.
Is 2. So we have a net force of 2. We're only going to the right by 2n because 8 of the n is still pulling us backwards. So we don't get all of the 10n. We don't get the entire force. And guys, which way is this going? To the left or right? Left or right? Circle the correct answer. And I guess the or I'll put the answer not moving here as well. Circle the correct answer. Everyone in 3, 2, 1, circle. Circle the correct answer. What's it moving, to the left or to the right? Okay, Pasta thinks it's to the right. Everyone else is saying it's not moving. Yeah, this is not moving. It is equal. Someone was typing in equal. Very good. The net force is 0. The net force is 0. If you look around your room, find an object that is not moving. It has a net force of 0. Okay, let's read the definition for unbalanced forces. Emma, can you read the definition for unbalanced forces?
When two forces acting on an object are not equal in size, we say that they are unbalanced force.
When they are not equal, they are unbalanced. And balanced forces are equal in size and opposite in direction. When forces are balanced, there is no change in motion. So the forces have to be equal and in opposite directions. Okay, guys, so we have a little bit of review. But friction is a force between two objects that are touching. It opposes motion. It wants to stop motion. The word opposes means to stop or wanting to stop motion. Gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls things down. And of course, net force is once you add up all of the forces together. Your homework, all your homework is to do the lesson check and lesson roundup in your book. Bye-bye, guys.